Hello, and welcome to another game of Fury of Dracula. This is Pizzawizard versus Aerol. We haven't missed. Oh, we have missed. We have missed days of supply. Frick. Okay, I was slightly late, and hopefully we haven't missed anything important. Let's have a quick check of. Okay, we was hide scouts round one, but we didn't find anything. Okay, shame that we missed that, but oh well. What items have been discarded? We just saw Lord Godalming discard Holy Bullets and Crucifix, and then presumably Lord Godalming had previously discarded a dog. Okay. Me and Shane Long Night and dog. And still taking lots of tickets, so hasn't found the right ones yet. 1, 2, 3, 4 events. We only have 4 events in people's hands. Okay, yeah, we've drawn 7 events that haven't gone into people's hands. But we had our newspaper report revealing Sophia on 3. So where is this now? Is Amina didn't just psychic scan? They took a ticket. Okay, so we don't know. This could still be 46, 55. It could be 46, 55, 49. But is that good? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Mystic Research as well. Mystic Research 3. And Sewage has just moved, I think. I presume he did not stop it. He gets to just spend his ticket. Three night supplies to go. Okay, now where is this location? It could be in 56. Yes, that feels most likely. No. Place an important card that we wish to mature in 56. Place a backup card in 17. 10. 28, 6. And then we have a choice over to either go back to Sophia or not. Not in Austria-Hungary currently. Bang and bang. So he hasn't done this. He hasn't gone 50, 46, 45, 49. Presumably, he's gone to the Black Sea coast. I think unless we see a wolf form this turn or next turn, we can presume he went to the Black Sea coast. Like maybe he did like 50, 46, 45, 3 with a possible hide in there, and then he's going to wolf form to 49. But that feels. Do you really want to wolf form to 49? I don't. Like, you get CG'd and die. You probably don't get CG'd, but maybe you get CG'd and die. Are we considering moving? Presumably we have sense of emergency. chartered carriage. Not sure I understand why we're playing that. Wouldn't it be better to, I guess we didn't have a 3-2 ticket? Ah, and Seward is the one who supplied at night. Used one night supply, yes. Behind the veil. Okay, when I'm a spectator, I have to very quickly look and memorize what cards he has. And all of the people on YouTube will be able to rewind. But I won't have that luxury. He had a spy. He did have a fog before it got discarded. He had an aristocratic. He had a mob. And a saboteur. I wonder. Okay, now we're still looking for tickets, are we? So is replacing his ticket. Now, do we ticket here or do we trade? There's no point in trading, so we're just improving tickets. And we might still have the white ones, even though he's taking tickets. Lockdown must have sense of emergency, right? This makes no sense if he doesn't. Unless his horse economy is bad, and she's took no tickets. So we have all the white ones, presumably. And the other people just improving economy or taking tickets. Right, that was surely sense of emergency to 56. Okay. Fine. Yes. You see now the chartered carriage looks... Sorry? Why is he just moved to 53? Doesn't he know he's supposed to go over here? Obviously he does. We're just giving up on Varna. We want to psychic scan 53. Oh, this is... We're giving up on it. We're literally... We've already given up on this. Like, to get here now... for anyone to get here, it needs to be an event. We've already spent the one chartered carriage that we presumably had. We spent it to go from Paris to 44. I mean, it doesn't get him over here much quicker. But if we'd have traded that chartered carriage over to the east, then we could actually be getting here and dealing with this and not conceding 7 points. Is this a night supply? That was a night supply. 1 night supply left. Dracula is in Austria-Hungary. So 1. So out of the what's next? There was 1, 2. I'm going to say 3. He wasn't 6, but it might have been 28. He returns to Sophia. Yeah, now this is... We have to let this go. Firstly, because we can't get there, we haven't got the events for it. Secondly, now, even if Lord Godalming does have sense of emergency, he senses of emergency to Varna, he gets ambushed by a reckless vampire, he gets ambushed by bats, he gets batted onto this location at night and dies. And he doesn't kill the reckless vampire. So Varna's maturing if Dracula wants to, which he presumably does. Like the other option is he goes back to Varna, but then he has to. There's a turn where he can't move anywhere because he hid next, so he can't go to 17 because that's it on the trail. But even if he could go to 17, like Hunter's play is simple, just go to Bucharest and stand in his way. Why did we just move to 49? That doesn't seem good to me. Like he went. We think okay, fine. He could have gone 10, 6, 49, and then back to 50. Yeah, we was just making about as much sense as 28, 6, 50. Sorry, as we know the last two locations were in Austria-Hungary because this one had to be Belgrade and he couldn't have got to. But we didn't know if it was 28-6 or 6-49. Rufus Smith, presumably ally. Yep. We let this go, bang, bang, bang is cleared. And then it's just Belgrade. But we've given up 7 points. Yeah, I really don't think Dracula has a choice. He has to mature this. I mean, unless yeah. I mean, if there's no way this is fog. Even if it is fog, just mature it anyway. Like you can't go and stand there. Okay, maybe if it is fog, don't mature it and just layer it and expect no value from it. But it's not fog. If it's a vampire, the only sensible thing is to mature it. Van Helsing is taking tickets. Van Helsing's moved to 19. Didn't he start in London? Oh, so this isn't actually insane, right? It takes 1, 2, 3, 4 moves to get to 44 versus 1, 2, 3, 4 moves to get to 44. So if you do want to go to the east via aristocratic, that's even worse for hunters. Wasn't even a reckless. So if Van Helsing's plan is to take the rail lines into the east via the northern part of the map, then this is fine. Normally he wants to come to Marseille and Genoa or Milan or something. But maybe hunters have a good reason to take him around the north. Maybe here's a second chartered carriage. And he wants to use that to go from 27 to Budapest or something. One space from Sofia, so this is 56, 55 or 46. Or 10. I somewhat doubt it's 10, right? It could be 56. I think 56 makes a lot of sense. Oh, just speedy telegraph. Okay. Is Van Helsing supplying to draw hired scouts? Is that what we're doing first? It means it is Bucharest. No ambush. Well, this isn't fog. You're not fooling me that this is fog. Logdamina, why did you roll slow? This is supposed to be the killing Dracula turn. You just walked into a Belgrade, yes? Yes, and one ambush, fine. Mina has one event, but we're going for a fight anyway. It's a mob, yep. Classic, I don't want to spend my fog, so instead I will put down a mob. People are taking damage. Yeah, this is, so it's discarding a garlic, fine. And garlic was useless. But 6 HP is no better than 7. Mina's taking 3 damage. Mina doesn't want to discard an item, she has a rifle. Okay, but I think this is bad for hunters. Right, we're going to spend resources in this fight. We're going to get damaged. Why is my connection timed out? Thank you. Anyway, we're going to spend resources in the fight. We're going to spend hit points in the fight. And if Dracula escapes us back to the castle, he heals 5. Are we really going to get more than 5 damage in our fight? When we've got 6 hit points each and 3 items each? I don't think so. Oh, we can hope we have planned ambush or something. And yeah. Mina doesn't have a horse, or at least we haven't seen it yet. She's moved 59, 53, 10. All by rail. Not 59. 53. Moved from 58 to 53 to 10. Yeah, very, very unfortunate that Lorgadami rolled slow. Potentially. I don't know what the ticket situation is. But it was a very big deal. Van Helsing is deciding what to do. Do you have combat events? If so, give them to, Cyril or Mina. Do you have movement events like a chartered carriage? In which case now is the time to move to the North Sea. Do you have, you clearly don't have bad events, because otherwise you would have supplied at the start of the round to see if you drew hired scouts, and if you do a good event then you would discard your bad event. Is the game just waiting on Van Helsing? I'm going to leave and rejoin. So Jack is on 15 HP, going into a 2v1 with 2 6 health hunters. Oh, good grief. That was... Right, what happened in that fight? Dracula's on 15 HP. Oh, what has happened? Okay, we gave Drac an event by Night Supply. That was a very inconvenient time for our connection to timeout. 3 people have Heavenly Hosts, not sure who. Van Helsing played CG. I presume it was Van Helsing. He must have been. Because he had 3 events while I was still here. But this seems... Okay, no one took any damage in the night fight. But this consecrated ground hasn't achieved anything. Okay, Dracula. Okay, what's under here? Spies here. Vampire and mob is here. Dracula wolf forms. Why did Dracula wolf form? Rumors Sophia, it makes sense. You guys have to go and deal with that. And it's been shown as vampire anyway. I don't understand why he's wolf formed. Maybe he hasn't got fog. Okay, he was testing the horse economy. So he went to the place that was hardest for the hunters to reach. Apart from the fact that Mina should be fine because she should have a yellow. Well, she might have a yellow 2 ticket. Yeah, again, even if we get our 3v1, and I'm not sure if Mina can reach, and Suid has to roll well on his horses, but he should be able to roll well on his horses. I presume horse economy is okay. So, what? There's a bug? This says 8 tickets, but someone hasn't got a ticket. Is that just a visual bug? Strength into punch. Okay, so escape into mesmerize, fine. Punch into strength. We punch to try and hit plotting. Taken 2 damage. 9 health is still completely fine going into a night fight with Dracula. Especially if your friend's alive. We try and escape again. And now we presumably dodge. Like, dodge is the sensible thing to do to keep... Yep. Because even if Dracula plots, he still only gets 1 hit on you. Which is the hit which he can get anyway this turn. Claws, yep. Full damage. So better than average. Because we've got that plotting on round 2. But it's fine. 7 hit points is enough. Roll well on your horses and get into combat. Yep, now there should be another ambush. Yep. Now I don't think we become delayed. Yep, we just try and run away from this. What have I? Yes. Right, this ticket situation though. Lorgadalman has 2, Seward has 2, Van Helsing has 2, Mina has 1, Hunters have 7 tickets, but there's only 8 tickets in the bag. There's supposed to be 9 tickets here. There's somehow there has been a bug. I don't know if this is just a visual bug for me, like when I disconnect and something go wrong, but that was mesmerizing to... Oh shit, it was a plotting. Okay. We have garlic, even though we discarded garlic earlier. Glorious. I love going into a potential 3v1 with Dracula, and one of my hunters has horse garlic. Yep. Clause cancel, plotting cancels clause, so the clause lands. And then presumably escape. It is unfortunate going down to 4 HP. I don't think we really have a choice. Yep. That was round 4 escape. Okay. Browsing to mesmerize. Plotting's already been used. So dodge garlic is obvious. So maybe try garlic dodge. No, it doesn't really work. And dodge garlic. Yep, plotting classic. Because I was going to dodge. And now Dracula takes claws. Because he doesn't care about taking 2 damage back himself. But we might have a gun? No. We also have just revealed that we don't have anything that cancels claws other than dodge, because we would have played it here. Okay, we get to 29. It's a shame there was no renewed vigor to chartered carriage to 14, but Mina doesn't have a ticket. Ah, this is very bad. Very, very bad. Lucy's Revenge, that is very, very good for hunters. That gives us that fighting chance. But we can't kill him, right? Fangs into knife. That's a good start for hunters. And Seward played Heavenly Host. No, why didn't he play Pistol? Why didn't you play Pistol round 6 of the last combat? Like 100% Drac plays Claws. Because he just plotted for the card that does damage into Garlic. And he suspects that you have, Knife or Heavenly Host or anything which doesn't cancel Claws. Fangs again. Into Heavenly Host. That is not good at all. Yeah, if you can't tell, I'm slightly biased towards hunters doing well this game. Um, we might as well use Lucy's Revenge because Lucy's Revenge gets discarded when we get removed from combat. Yeah, so Logadarian isn't bitten. Yes. And Escape is bat. Well, Sewer didn't die, but we've spent CG, ran west. Maybe Mina can clear the entire trail to the east. So he didn't go back to the castle, which is good, sensible. Oh, and he just got his wolf form back. That is disgusting. Okay, so he can wolf form from Munich now. Yeah, that's pretty much GG. Like it's not okay. This is ticket. Right, the ticket situation is no longer bugged. Hunters have 8 tickets, and there's 8 tickets back in the pile. Good. Okay, so dear. This position is very bad for hunters. We've already spent CG. Dracula can wolf form to Marseille, or just anywhere that's west. I think Marseille is obvious. And so maybe don't, but yes. Like maybe yeah, it's just gone so well for hunters. He's gone for Dracula. He's in 2 turns. He's moved from Bucharest to Marseille, or thereabouts. Hunters are still undersupplied and damaged. We've lost a heavenly host. Okay, we check Marseille, obviously. We check Munich and Marseille. Yes, that is where I would be as well. Like, we can just walk into Spain and Dracula just moved by road 6 times in 2 turns. This is faster than hunters can move with perfect horses and renewed vigor. All the same speed. It's huge. And I haven't been paying attention to what Mina's been discarding. I think she discarded like garlic leaf or something. Like hunters need to hope that Mina draws the equipment required to, at a minimum, deal with Sophia. So she needs a stake. This is presumably 54. I mean, it doesn't have to be, it could be 15. Hunters move with slow horses. But yeah, we've. Oh, and Seward has to go the wrong way because he has mistake. That's disastrous. But yeah, I don't know. Yeah, okay, so we're going to spy. It's fine. We just got our rifle. But I, I'm struggling. I'm struggling to see how hunters could possibly win. Like, are Lord Godalming and Van Helsing going to single-handedly kill Dracula in Spain? Exactly. Dracula hasn't got to. Okay, and we Knight supplied and gave Dracula Darkness Returns as well. That's that was shortening the game. But even if that encounter isn't, even if the encounter isn't anything relevant, if he encounters, I don't know, what's the most irrelevant drag event? Okay, for this situation, summon storms. Hunters, like, because Seward had to move right. I mean, it was very bad before that, but Seward has to move right and go to Belgrade. Dracula can walk into Spain. By the time these two hunters can move to Spain, Dracula's left Spain, and the other two hunters aren't going to be able to kill Dracula in Spain because they're undersupplied. So Dracula's invincible. So the game was lost anyway. Yeah, well played, Pizzawizard. Good job on catching the fangs on the Heavenly Host. It was crucial. Yeah, presumably the stake was on Seward. Mina had the stake, they'd have gotten free. Yeah, the situation would have been much better. Still bad, but much better if Mina had the stake. Yeah, the thing is, we didn't need to spend the CG. Like, we found Dracula in Bucharest. Isn't it fine if he goes to Constanta? He's not going to move to Sofia and misdirect his lair. He's not going to move to Belgrade, where Lord Godalming is standing. So if he wolf forms, then that's great. He's spent his wolf form, and now our CG is much more threatening. If he wolf forms somewhere which isn't a port, then that's great. He's moved somewhere that's where he can't leave by sea, and we can maybe kill him with CG. If he's wolf formed to a port, that's also good. We can, push him to sea, and then hopefully he has to land without his wolf form. What this is likely going to turn out to be is, like, he moves to Black Sea or Ionian Sea, and then moves 3 spaces to the Med. And by the time he's got to the Med, he's got his wolf form back. But that's fine. That's 7 damage from Rufus, like with Rufus and then the damage from the wolf form. That's the good result, and you still have CG. Yeah, we just didn't need to spend our CG to force Dracula to. We put a token on Bucharest as well. We didn't need to do that. Yeah, in my opinion of where the game went badly wrong. We spent our best card and achieved little with it. Dracula got to wolf form, and then the combat we didn't win the combat in Budapest. Like if Lord Godalming dodges the second fangs, then maybe Dracula dies. Right, because the second heavenly host, the heavenly host that Lord Godalming has is unstoppable. Dracula was down to, we did 5 damage in the first round of combat. He was on 14, so I got him down to 9. And then the heavenly host is unstoppable, so that's another 4, which gets him down to 5. So we kill him with like double knife or knife rifle. There's another knife with knife pistol. Anyway, enough of my ramblings. Well played, Pizzawizard. Well played, Aerol. We will be going for one more round in the future.